Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today in the All Things Wicked update for Dead by Daylight, going for the Fearless Healer achievement. This one's going to be done from the Survivor's side. It is to heal a total of 25 times in the basement. No purchase necessary for this one. However, the key to doing this achievement super efficiently is to heal yourself in the basement. So I am going to recommend, if you did pick up the new character, you use her in the form of Sable. She's going to come with a super useful perk called Strength in Shadows, which is basically going to allow you to heal yourself in the basement without the use of a first aid kit. Now, if you don't want to go with that, there's nothing stopping you from falling back to good old self-care. Do keep in mind this one is going to be quite slower than the other. Nonetheless, either one is going to pair very nicely with botany knowledge, so make sure you do run that alongside with whatever you're running if you do have it available. Whatever the case, make sure you get into a game. The first thing you want to do, first and foremost, is going to be to establish where the basement is going to be. It is always going to be located underneath the main building or underneath the killer shack. So make sure you look for those two and make sure you get a fix on where the basement is going to be within the two. Once you have the basement established, you're going to then want to try to get injured. So make sure you try to find the killer. Make sure you try to take a hit. And then after you take that hit, the hard part is going to be to escape from the killer. So try your best to break their line of sight, and then hopefully they don't give you too good of a chase. Once you get free, you're going to want to head immediately to the basement. Of course, if the killer does end up downing you and popping you on a hook, as long as someone pulls you off, you should still be good for the next step, as you are going to come off of the hook still in the injured state. However you decide to get there, as soon as you are in the injured state, you're going to want to head directly to the basement. Make sure you head downstairs. What's going to count as being in the basement is going to be anything past where the staircase takes this 90-degree turn. So anything past that point is going to count towards this achievement. Once inside, make sure you find a nice corner to hide in and make sure you take advantage of whatever self-healing perk that you have equipped. And then as soon as you heal yourself 1 health state, that's going to start making progress towards the achievement. Now, you don't necessarily have to heal yourself. You can heal a teammate while in the basement, and that should also count for the achievement. So do keep that in mind. It's just going to be more efficient to heal yourself because you can control when you get damage and then when you actually head into the basement. If you are relying on teammates, you're going to have to wait until they get injured, and you're going to need to hope that they come to the basement to have you heal them. So that's going to be rather situational, so you might as well try to do this achievement at your own agency, which is going to be to just use self-healing perks. Or you can also use first aid kits, however those are going to be in finite supply, and might as well take advantage of perks that give you infinite self-healing opportunities. Once you heal yourself back up to full health, it's time to head back outside, and then it's time to look for the killer again to down you 1 health state. As soon as you are injured, make sure you head straight to the basement and then bring yourself back up to full health, and just keep repeating until you get the achievement. Thankfully, it is going to be cumulative and does track over multiple games, so make sure you do keep that in mind. The hard part is always going to be getting away from the killer as soon as they hurt you, so hopefully you try to look for opportunities where the killer is going to hurt you, but then also be distracted by something else. So I am going to recommend that you try to look for situations where the killer is going to be chasing one of your teammates, and then you just put yourself between them, take a hit, and then make sure you let the killer continue to chase your teammate while you get away to pick yourself up. So this can take the form of a myriad of scenarios. So if you do notice your teammates looping the killer, just make sure you put yourself between them, take the hit, and then make sure you bail on the chase. Hopefully the killer is still going to be after your teammate and you can make it to the basement to pick yourself up. You can also look for situations where the killer pops your teammate on the hook and then you pull them off and then you take the protection hit. Then once you take that hit, make sure you get to the basement, heal yourself, of course, and then keep rinsing and repeating until you get the achievement. This one's going to be rather on the grindy side and is probably going to take a handful of games or so. So hopefully you can get some hyper aggressive killers who are going to be super focused on one of your teammates in particular, and you should be able to knock this out sooner rather than later. So make sure you keep those heals up, and then as soon as you hit enough, you should be good for the achievement. There it is. This one's going to be for 10 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.